Hey y'all, Nico here. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, thanks for joining me. I'm Nico. Today's practice is a 10-minute morning yoga practice, but feel free to practice it at any time. Just beginning in an easy seat, taking a couple breaths. Take your left hand, plant it down on the ground beside you as you drop your right ear to your right shoulder and slowly move your head forward and back. Inhaling back and exhaling forward. Release your left hand, plant your right hand down as you drop your left ear to your left shoulder, doing the same thing, moving your head forward and back. Bring your head back to a neutral position. Float your body up to tabletop, knees underneath hips, hands underneath shoulders, and begin to move into cat-cow. Inhaling the chin upward as you arch the spine and flip the tailbone up. Exhaling as you round the spine, tucking the tailbone under and bringing the chin down to the chest. Moving a couple more times with your breath. Bring your spine back to neutral as you bring your big toes together and sit the hips back towards the heels, melting down into child's pose. And if you need to, feel free to bring a pillow or block underneath the hips for elevation. Begin to float your body back up to tabletop, stepping the right foot on the outside of the right hand, lowering down for a lizard lunge, just deepening down into your lunge, pulling your chest forward and up and bringing your chin parallel to the floor. Roll onto the right side of your foot, and you can stay upright, or if you're comfortable doing so, you can come down to your forearms for a deeper stretch. If you're down, come back up on the hands, bringing a hand on either side of the foot and walking your right foot to the center and an inch or two forward, and then starting to shift your weight back as you straighten this front leg, lowering your chest down as much as you can for half split. Feel free to keep a bend in that front knee if you need it. Float your body back forward, coming back to table, and we'll step our left foot up on the outside of our left hand, extending that right leg back a little bit, rolling onto the side of our foot, either keeping the chest lifted or lowering down if you're comfortable doing so. Come back up on the hands, bringing the hand on either side of the foot, walking the foot to the center and then up 2 inches or so, shifting your weight back for half split on this side. Go ahead and shift your weight back forward as you step that left leg back. Coming to a seated position, extending the legs out in front, sweeping the arms up with an inhale. Exhale, come to a seated forward bend. Just leading with your chest and letting your hands come as far as they may. Not worrying too much about reaching your toes. Keeping a bend in your knees if you need it. Begin to float your spine back up to neutral. Bending at your right knee. We'll bring the right arm around the right knee, tucking the knee on the inside of the right elbow, and then grabbing the foot with the left hand, pulling it in towards our chest for baby cradle. And if you want to slowly rock from one side to the other, you can. Coming back to center, releasing the right leg, doing the same thing on the left side. Tucking the knee on the inside of the left elbow, grabbing the foot with the right hand, pulling it in, and rocking from one side to the other. Make sure you have a tall, straight back here, and that you're not hunching down as you're holding on to your leg. Come back to center and release the left leg. Bending the knees and rolling down to your back, or however you get there is fine. Moving into hand to big toe pose. Taking the first finger and thumb and grabbing the big toe on the right side. Extending the leg, or if that's not comfortable, feel free to grab behind the thigh or the back of the knee. Just pulling that foot towards your chest. Release the foot, hug your right knee into your chest. Begin to move your right knee over towards the left using your left hand. Right arm will come out to the side, elbow in line with the shoulder, making a cactus shape, and gaze over to the right. Feel free to bring a pillow or block underneath the knee if you need to have some elevation. Come back to center, releasing the right leg, and we'll do the same thing on the left. Either grabbing the big toe or behind the back of the knee or the thigh. Release the left foot, hugging the knee into the chest and using the right hand to pull the left knee over to the right. Bringing your left arm in the cactus shape to the side, elbow in line with the shoulder. And release the knee, hugging both knees into the chest. And then extending your legs towards the ends of your mat and your arms at your sides, palms facing upward. Just taking a few breaths here. Deep inhales and exhales. Just resting down in your Shavasana, letting go of any outside thoughts and just focusing on your breath. And begin to wiggle your fingers and toes and roll onto your right side. Just taking a moment here for gratitude, for practicing self-care and self-love today. And begin to roll your body up to a seated position. Sweeping the arms up above you, letting the hands meet. Inhale. Exhale them down to heart center. Namaste. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment if you liked it, and share the video, and subscribe to my channel. And thank you for watching. Peace and love.